Hey everyone, it's meteorologist Michael Priante with another weather update here for the Northeast, and most of the area will be raining here in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, down in Maryland. It should be all rain, a good amount of rain in fact. However, Massachusetts on north, a different story. This is December 29th on a Sunday. We'll take a look and see what we're dealing with out there. So, a lot of rain. Our system's coming in from the Midwest, and there's some rain making its way into Maryland right now. A lot of this out in PA, New Jersey, still not falling, but that'll fall as we go into the rest of the afternoon. But this system will be making its push toward the east throughout the rest of today. So let's take a look at some models and show you what we're dealing with here. So rain into this afternoon, as I mentioned. Some freezing rain starting to pop up across upstate New York, western Massachusetts, and moving in. This is about tonight after midnight or so. A decent amount of snow at the front end of this system. This is one model run. A lot of model runs have different varying solutions. Some are a little bit more icy, some are more rainy, and I'll show you the other ones in just a little bit, but this GFS run continues to go through. It changes it over to some sleet and freezing rain, some heavy rain as you go further south where it's warmer, and notice it gets stuck here. A lot of sleet and freezing rain still across northern Massachusetts. A lot of snow in New Hampshire, though. They might stay a little colder, so there's more snow into to Monday, but everyone basically flips over to some sort of sleet, and then rain comes back in toward the coastline for Tuesday. Looks like Monday afternoon and into Tuesday morning. And that continues as we go into Tuesday for your New Year's Eve, but at that point it should be too warm for really any sort of winter precipitation besides further interior in New England. The European model is about the same as the GFS, but it's a little bit warmer though. It has same timing, but the rain is further north, and there's not a lot of a mixture at the onset. I think this is a little bit further north. Bring this orange and this pink a little bit further south toward the Rhode Island border, maybe toward Boston. These areas are definitely in line for some wintry mix, at least at the onset. And then going forward, I think some more warm air gets in play here across southeast Mass, changes it over to rain. Still kind of a mixy solution here out west into the evening and toward Tuesday morning. Where things will start to taper down. The Canadian is probably the most robust, as you can see here already, the freezing rain output, but I want to show you why it's doing that. Basically, we have the same setup. The system comes in from the west, and about the same time, too. This is about 7, 8 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock. We started to see the pinks, the freezing rain popping up. The next frame really starts to get its act together across northwest Connecticut, western Mass, even into northern Massachusetts. We see some snow in New Hampshire. Still rain in Boston, but I think that might be more of a mixture. And then it continues into the morning on Monday. But then look at this. That is a lot of sleet. Pink is sleet on this map here. And this is a lot of sleet that falls. And one thing that we want to point out here is why this is doing this. So we have this thing called cold air damming. And basically for that, you have high pressure out to the north here across Maine. And it's supplying cold air, and it's sort of getting stuck. Notice the lines on the map, we call them isobars. They're getting stuck along kind of like a little funnel here, as you will. So all the cold air is getting trapped in here, and warm air is coming in from the south at high altitudes. And that's changing all this from snow to really just rain. But because you have cold air at the low levels in the atmosphere, thanks to the cold air damming, it keeps things as mainly either sleet or freezing rain. And that's kind of what this model is showing. It might be the most aggressive model, but I think that's what we could see across parts of the area. Now, it does have it lingering well into like Boston on north, but some areas along the coast may end up changing over to rain, and that's going to be the case into the evening on Monday. And then going forward, yes, they're still going to get stuck here in New Hampshire and western Mass. Like I said, it could be a pretty decent ice storm out there with sleet and freezing rain, and that continues into Tuesday morning. Low pressure sets up, everyone goes over to rain, besides the northern tier where there most likely is still snow or sleet. And some pockets of freezing rain are still possible in the higher elevations as well. But the big story here is that there's going to be a lot of ice with this, a lot of sleet with this as well. And as you can already saw from our the previous map that we had open, if I can open this up right now. Again, this is ice accumulations, and it's overdone, but you can see where most of the freezing rain is going to occur. The Berkshires, Hudson Valley, northern Hudson Valley actually, the Worcester Hills, parts of eastern Mass, away from Boston, some freezing rain on the order of maybe a coating to a tenth, but as much as a quarter to a half across inland areas. So that could bring down branches, power lines. It's going to be a big mess out there. And of course, a lot of sleet means that it's going to be heavy to push. It's going to be very dense. So if you have anything you're planning on doing Monday morning or afternoon or during the entire day, keep it slow out there in Massachusetts. It's going to be pretty tricky. A lot of accidents I expect with this. And yeah, well, we'll try to post as much as we can through the next couple of days here at the office, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or other platforms that we post to. But of course, it's going to be a tricky forecast here, and we'll follow it as the rest of the week goes on. But as always, that's all we have for this weather update. Thanks for joining us here. I'm meteorologist Michael Priante for WeatherWorks. We are your weather experts. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Here at YouTube, follow us and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And check us out at weatherworksinc.com.